and welcome back to Storytime. This is our first installment of Book Babies, where we entertain and learn together with our youngest patrons, ages birth through about 3 years old. So I hope you have fun and you and your little ones get to learn a little bit about early literacy and how we can integrate that in everyday life. So let's get started with our opening song that we start every story time with. So we clap and sing hello, we clap and sing hello. With all our friends at story time, we clap and sing hello. Can we wave and sing hello? We wave and sing hello. With all our friends at story time, we wave and sing hello. We've got one more. Can we stomp and sing hello? We stomp and sing hello. All our friends at story time, we stomp and sing hello. Awesome. I hope that you all participated and had fun with these songs, and that includes the adults too. Being involved and enthusiastic about learning and playing together can help your little one be enthusiastic too, which helps them develop all of these skills that I'll cover in this story time together. Before we jump in with all of the fun parts of story time, I just want to touch on our keys to literacy that I cover in every story time with the adults here. And so we have 5 different keys to literacy that we emphasize in our story times here at the Washington County Public Library. We read, write, sing, talk, and play together in order to help reinforce early literacy skills and the skills needed in order to be a proficient reader and an engaged learner later on in life. So my little friend here, this little bunny rabbit, is going to be my stand-in for our littlest learner here, and I will use this bunny to help mimic what you may do with your little learner in your lap as we have fun and sing along to this song. All right, so it goes, bread, bread, bread on my head. I got bread, bread, bread on my head. I got leeks, leeks, leeks on my cheeks. I got leeks, leeks, leeks on my cheeks. Cheerios, O's, Cheerios. I got Cheerios on my nose. Cheese, cheese, cheese on my knees. I got cheese, cheese, cheese on my knees. Oreos, O's, Oreos. I got Oreos on my toes. Awesome job, everyone. I love that song. It is so much fun, and it helps connect words and sounds with the different parts of the body, which are some of the very first things that babies notice about themselves and become very familiar with. The next fun activity I have is called an action rhyme, which means it is a traditional rhyme, but there's some emotions and activities that go along with it that help reinforce the vocabulary and help to make learning it just a little bit more fun. So this is called Cooler Weather. Goes, cooler weather, wear a sweater, snow falls on the ground. Windy breezes in the trees, let's go roll around. Awesome, let's do that one more time. Cooler weather, wear a sweater, snow falls on the ground. Windy breezes in the trees, let's go roll around. Awesome job. All right, so now we're going to get into our first story of this story time, which is a wonderful little book called Almost Time by Gary D. Schmidt. And this is a fun little story all about maple syrup and also about waiting. All right. Right here. When Ethan had to eat his pancakes with applesauce instead of maple syrup, One Sunday morning, he knew it was almost sugaring time. Do you know what sugaring is? Sugaring is when they turn the sap from maple trees into maple syrup. And I love maple syrup. It is so yummy on pancakes. Is the sap running yet? He asked. Dad shook his head. Not until the days get warmer. That afternoon, Ethan took his sled to the big hill. It was a sunny day, so he left his hat and his scarf and his mittens at home. But the day wasn't warm. Next Sunday morning, Ethan's dad made a pan of cornbread. No syrup. Is it time to tap the trees? Ethan asked. When the nights get shorter, Dad said. At bedtime that night, Ethan thought there might be some daylight still coming through the window. But there wasn't enough to find Roosevelt. The next Sunday morning, Ethan stirred raisins and walnuts into his bowl of oatmeal. No syrup. When he bit down on a walnut, he discovered something. My tooth is loose, he said. His father inspected. I expect it will fall out before long. How long? Asked Ethan. About as long as it takes for the sap to start running, Dad said. Oh. So now, Ethan had two things to wait for. But the days were still cold, and the nights were still long. And his tooth would not come out. The next Sunday morning, Ethan's dad made eggs and toast. Still no maple syrup. Ethan tried not to think about maple syrup in the afternoons when he slid down the big hill, or when he turned on his lamp at night, or when he wiggled his very, very loose tooth during school, until his dad was waiting when he got off of the bus. How's that tooth? He asked. Ethan smiled to show him. So is the tap going to run now? Asked Ethan. His dad smiled to show him. And every afternoon that week, and all day Saturday, Ethan and Dad hauled buckets of sap from the trees and tended the fire beneath the pans. As the sap boiled and boiled, you can see it getting hot, and it starts to change color, and they're pouring it into jars. And early on Sunday morning, when there was already a little light in the sky, Ethan poured sweet maple syrup on his pancakes. And that is Almost Time by Gary D. Schmidt. And this is a very fun little book, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you would like to read it for yourself at home, it is available from the Gray Library. All right, so I have another fun little song to do, and I'm going to again use our little friend here. And this song is called Baby Put Your Pants On. And as you sing the song, if you want to keep the fun going, feel free to change it out for all kinds of different clothes that your baby or your little one may put on. So it goes. And I have him resting on my lap, standing up, and we're going to bounce along. or you can have your little one sitting in your lap if that's more comfortable. Baby, put your pants on, pants on, pants on. Baby, put your pants on. 1, 2, 3. Leg to the left, leg to the right. Wiggle and jiggle and pull 'em up tight. Baby, put your pants on, pants on, pants on. Baby, put your pants on. Now let's go. Awesome. I hope that you enjoyed that fun little song, and I hope that you can put your own spin on it. And right now when I'm recording this, it's pretty chilly outside and we've got a bunch of snow. So I could sing this like, baby, put your coat on, baby, put your hat on, and baby, put your mittens on, to help them learn what different types of clothing are and when they need to wear them, and just make getting dressed a little bit more fun. All right, I have another fun little bouncing song that we're going to do together, and it's called A Bouncing We Will Go. And there's a couple of different lyrics to it and different verses that we can do. So I hope that you all enjoy and can put your own spin on it. A bouncing we will go, a bouncing we will go. Hi ho the dairy-o, a bouncing we will go. A rocking we will go, a rocking we will go. Hi ho the dairy-o, a rocking we will go. The legs go back and forth, the legs go back and forth. Hi ho the dairy-o, the legs go back and forth. The arms go up and down, the arms go up and down. Hi ho the dairy-o, the arms go up and down. Awesome. Might be a little tricky with a wiggly little one in your lap, but remember to just have fun with it. If they seem like they are done with the activity, it's okay to move on and do something else. All right. The next fun little book we're going to read together is The Completed Hickory, Dickory, Dock. This might be a story that you've heard before, or a song that you've heard before, and this is the fun little book that goes along with it. And this is by Jim Aylesworth, and it is illustrated by Eileen Cristello. And an illustrator is the one that draws all the pretty pictures. So let's jump in. Hickory, dickory, dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, bong. The mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory, dock. Nibble on bibble on bees. The mouse bit off some cheese. The clock struck 2. Away he flew. Nibble on bibble on bees. Honeybee, bunnybee, boo. The mouse ran into a shoe. The clock struck 3. He scratched a flea. Honeybee, bunnybee, boo. Apple-eyed, dapple-eyed day. The mouse just loves to play. The clock struck 4. He rolled on the floor. Apple-eyed, dapple-eyed day. Milky Way, Silky Way cat. The mouse got chased by a cat. The clock struck 5. He's glad he's alive. Milky Way, Silky Way cat. Slippery whippery whirl. The mouse showed off to a girl. The clock struck 6. He finished his tricks. Slippery whippery whirl. Chickadee rickety run. His papa calls him son. The clock struck 7. His real name is Kevin. Chickadee rickety run. Icicle bicycle Bert. The mouse had pie for dessert. The clock struck 8. He licked the plate. Icicle bicycle Bert. Splashery dashery dears. The mouse washed off his ears. The clock struck 9. He gave them a shine. Splashery dashery dears. Peekaboo teekadoo took. His mama read him a book. The clock struck 10. She read it again. Peekaboo teekaboo took. Tippy-toe, hippy-toe head. The mouse knelt by his bed. The clock struck 11. His prayers went to heaven. Tippy-toe, hippy-toe head. Silvery, bilvery beams. The mouse had wonderful dreams. The clock struck 12. Now dream some yourselves. Silvery, bilvery beams. And that's the end. That is the end of the completed Hickory Dickory Dock. I hope that you all have enjoyed, and some of the phrases in this book, like silvery, bilvery beams, is pretty fun to say, and some of those sort of tongue twister rhyme words can help our littlest ones learn about the different sounds of language, and they're just pretty fun too. All right, so the next activity I have is another song, and this one is actually a lullaby, and I hope that you can use it in your rotation and your nighttime routines. And this is actually a really good one for our early walkers and those who may take a little tumble. This can be a really good tool to help them calm down and soothe them, especially when they're going to bed. So this is called Boom Boom Lullaby. Boom, boom, baby goes boom, boom, baby goes boom, boom down. You might cry, but everybody does, and everybody boom booms down. Let's do that one more time. Boom, boom, baby goes boom, boom, baby goes boom, boom down. You might cry, but everybody does, and everybody boom booms down. Awesome. All right, it's time to finish up today with our closing song, which includes some American Sign Language, or ASL signs, which can help with fine motor skills in our hands and also make connections between gestures and hand signs and some words. So we've got a couple of signs that we need to know for this closing song, and it'll be the same every time, so you will know and master these signs in no time. So the sign for goodbye is this. Goodbye. The sign for friends is this, where you hook your 2 index fingers together. Friends. The sign for time is this, where you point to your wrist, or where your watch is. If you're not wearing a watch, that's totally fine. It's the exact same. And the sign for say is this, where you point to your mouth and point away. Say. Awesome. Now we can get on with our closing song. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. it's time to say goodbye. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for Storytime with the Washington County Public Library. We've had a great time together, and I hope you join us next week.